Hello, Declan here.
Hello, Andrea here.
And we are back for episode 15 of Let's Play Baten Kaitos.
I'm
Wait,
here
can
to fight the birdie
I didn't want to fight the bird, but I thought that we could get the light for a second.
with the light.
Yeah, like as Magna, I mean.
What? What are you doing?
Like you can capture in, I think, I'm pretty sure in the second game you can actually capture the light as a Magna Essence.
Oh,
Somewhere.
pretty sure can't this one.
Yeah, I don't know if they have the light one in this game. Anyway, since last episode, we fought the birds some more.
And we picked up
God.
some important Magnus.
Yes, the Triangulum, which is another star piece, the one that we were looking for from them. We also, however, changed up our decks because we are going to be fighting
an
individual that is weak to light and water and uses fire and dark. So we changed our setup so that we would prioritize light and water attacks and defense so that we can survive, because this is not going to be easy.
Nope. Smack. At
Did
least we don't think so.
No, yeah. I can't remember though if I removed the mineral waters from our decks.
Oh, I don't remember you doing that.
To cure
the poison
the
dealt
poison
by
dealt
the
by
enemies
this guy
here.
right now, but not for the boss. So I should take it. Oh, go away.
Yeah, you didn't.
Okay, but
I don't
that's.
remember you doing it.
I think this is a 100% chance if you use it on yourself. Yes.
Yay!
So I think we mentioned this before, but when you're using healing items, or like other items, the percent activation or the effect can change depending on if you're using it as an attack item or if you're using it as a like quote unquote defense item, like using it during a defending phase. So some status ailment cure items actually work better when you're being attacked and you use it.
So like the rooster.
Yeah.
It'll wake you up, but of course if you're being attacked
No, I don't think...
when you're asleep, you're not gonna use it.
I don't think it works for the rooster. Did you hear Gabari?
No.
He said, "Show me them pearly whites."
Alright
God,
then!
he's so menacing. He's my favorite 40-year-old man. I need to take that mineral water out now that I've cured Gabari and hopefully not get into another fight on our way to the individual in question.
I'm trying to think of what the items are that heal like confusion and dizziness.
I don't know. Probably something strange, like ice cream. Nice.
Earthbound logic.
Pretty much. I did. Oh, green bananas. Let's take those. We have a decent amount of pictures. Oh, speaking of pictures, we also got. We can show it off. If we go to gathering, we can get the fully developed version. We got a super rare picture in.
Oh yeah.
In one of the battles while we were grinding.
Yeah.
Just by accident. So you can take pictures of your allies because you can use cameras.
Oh, there it is.
On your allies, and guess this is very fitting. It's our channel avatar right now. It's the rare shot of Shella.
Yeah.
And it's the first picture of Shella that we took because we don't have any of the other shots. So most of the time when you take pictures of your allies, it's just a shitty
quality
photo that like gets 10 gold. But on occasion you can get a rare shot, which I think the percent chance is like pretty low, like maybe like 10 or less than 10.
And we don't really take pictures of our allies on purpose.
No, because it's not really worth it. It was just a fluke.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, Shella's here for us.
Yeah. Little smile.
Okay. This, see, This is devious, and okay.
I really wish they just let you go and save there.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, there's a save flower there. You're like, oh, whatever. I'll just go check out what's over here. I'm sure it'll
Yeah.
lead back to the save flower, or maybe, I don't know. Like, I know that it shows the save flower before you can leave, but you might not realize that that means that you have to go immediately
Yep.
save before you leave, or else, because you don't see anything here.
You just want to cross.
You just want to cross the bridge. You don't even know that this is the last area before you go back onto the world map. So you might, you don't realize that you're about to get into a boss fight.
Yep.
But we'll be fine, probably, maybe.
Hopefully.
We might die, actually.
I know it has a move that increases its attack stat. I think it's called Nitro Boost, so that might be dangerous.
It is, yeah. Speaking from experience, it's dangerous. Okay. This is gonna be kind of tense.
4.
Yeah, let's hope for another 4. Whatever, this is more worth it.
Yeah. Than to just break the combo.
Yeah, especially because it's a level 2 finisher.
Yeah. And it's weak to it.
This boss, by the way, is kind of strange. Just in the fact that I think it's probably one of the first Imperial, like, machines that we fought against. And it seems like it would be piloted, but
it isn't.
I don't think it is.
It also looks pretty bug-like. Like the way it moves.
Yeah, and even its like feet or whatever you want to call them are kind of organic looking. It's pretty weird.
It squishes down so
like
often.
a pudding.
Yeah.
Or Jello.
It's like moving almost restlessly.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like janky, but like unnecessarily so. Do you think we should just go for 555?
Maybe.
Darn.
Hey, I could take a picture or not. Whoa.
Is that is that a soldier?
Oh yeah, that is what. That's a head. Yeah, that's the soldier.
So they just like weirdly do not have anything to say, I guess. I have no idea.
Like back off.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's the worst when you just don't have a clear option.
Way forward, yeah.
Like maybe if I memorize the exact number distribution.
Yeah, I just go for the finisher.
Okay.
Destructive impact. Release. Sword style. Wave.
I mean, it still did quite a bit of damage. So.
Yeah.
Oh, frick.
5-5.
5-5, but then what? 1. Just, oh my god.
No.
Oh
no.
I'll just leave it. That was right. That's a lot of damage.
How much health do we have? 200? Oh,
Not
crap.
a lot.
Oh, we might need more defensive items to prepare for this fight. You say hold steel.
Yeah. Another thing that I think, now I'm not sure, but I think that we can get it and we forgot to get it, was that, I think Gibari's class up item was back at the last, boss fight area.
We might be able to go back for that, but we're not entirely sure.
No. So it's possible that he's supposed to... Wait, look at her backpack.
Ah, damn it, I missed.
You're gonna see it again, I think. So you can kind of... It
looks like an X?
It is kind of like an X. But anyway. So yeah, we might be like quote-unquote weaker than we should be. And on top of that, we're already weaker than we should be, but... You know, it is what it is.
Wait, are you healing you? Okay.
Also, Kalos talks to himself, we know, but that's taking it to another level.
Why not? Mineral water isn't going to heal it.
Use this.
And it increases our combo. However... I'm just saying however because I'm nervous. There isn't really anything else. It's just...
however,
just however.
the situation looks pretty dire.
The situation is however. I'm channeling however energy right now.
However.
Okay, 8.
8. That 8
Eight.
combo. Oh, fuck.
I'm just
Save
gonna...
your defensive items, or not.
Oops. Well. She's
Oh
probably
god.
fine.
Oh god!
I mean, if you look, like, it dealt 140 physical damage. We didn't even block at all, and we used 4 physical defense cards. But they're also kind of, like, low level, or, like, not,
8.
they're not powerful defense items, because we don't have a lot of
Them right now.
we don't have a lot of... The game has a problem where it just doesn't give us enough new cards. Like, it'll give us powerful cards, but not that many of them, and it'll be very hard for us to get more.
You basically have to grind for hours to get good ones.
And the
oh,
issue
is it weak?
Yeah, I think it is. The issue is that, like, that's the only barrier, is grinding for hours. So that means that you can do it. So, like, if you're stuck, you might legitimately be like, okay, I guess I'll grind for hours.
Well, that's what I did before a certain boss.
Right. So it's like, the game basically forces you to waste your time doing that. And I don't
when
know
it could be giving out more cards that are better.
And, yeah, and just like not wasting your time. Nice, 765.
And on a special, sweet. Always satisfying when that happens.
Yep. It might... No, it's not dead. I think pretty much no matter what it does, we're all in pretty good shape, so...
Yeah.
Try
8, 5, 5.
Nice. This is going remarkably well.
Yeah, I thought this was going to go pretty bad. She's going to shuffle next, I think.
Really? She's out of cards? Well,
I thought I saw 0, but...
It's fucking dead, so...
It did!
Bazinga.
And killed it without grinding.
Yep.
Although we got kind of lucky with
Oh look,
some of
the pads of its feet have like a weird star design. We killed it even less than without grinding. We killed it while being extra low level.
Yeah.
And what is the... Oh, okay. So we didn't miss Gabar's
No,
class.
we didn't. Okay.
Nice. And we also
got
get
another...
Soul Flash.
Yeah.
Light-based arcane spell mastered by Shella raises Mimai above her head as a focus for her energy, bombarding the enemy with explosive spheres of light. I love that she just uses sticks and living creatures to kill things. And there she is. She's always the photo background, it seems like. The past couple of photo backgrounds.
Gibari was in the last one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember one of the...
getting poisoned or something.
One of the recent ones was Shella in the middle of casting her special, like curled up into a ball in the middle of the air. Pretty cool.
These guys don't mess around.
I wonder if there's an AI that decides to, like, when the best, coolest opportunity is to take a picture.
Yeah.
Probably not. It's probably just
How
random.
far to the castle? We're almost there. Let's get moving.
You can't examine it.
Dang it. Kind of looks like you could though, because it's still like taking up space in the area. Can you go back? Oh, you can.
Yeah, we can go back. Okay,
I mean,
think...
why would we though?
Well, to get the kids. The
Oh,
kids.
yes, right.
Remember the drowning kids?
The drowning kids are just waving.
They'll be fine. Let's save first. And listen to this beautiful
overworld music. Which I hope you guys can hear.
I'm sure they can hear it. Yeah. In their souls. Oh, I didn't realize it started us, like, right off back here. Alright, so we're just gonna get back to the, boss area to go, get the item. Rescue the kids, which you can get to from, if you, like, if you kind of, like,
it's kind of in a side path.
Yeah. But you can also get that item, which, now that I think about it, I think I remember which item it is. I think it's a dark item, but I can't remember exactly.
Darkness. My old friend.
Yeah. Okay, this is the area.
Okay.
So, we're back. This is the area. and because the water is calmed down, you
We
can
can
just walk
cross
over
it.
here.
And get attacked.
Oh,
By-
well, it's only one.
Yeah.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
by kappas that like sake,
Apparently, yeah.
according to their loincloths. Annoying. Oh, that was Tingle. Kulim. I was like, who am I imitating right
Those
now?
are my magic words, don't steal that! But yeah, we were just talking about Death Stranding. Without spoiling anything, how far into it are you?
Me? Oh, I've only seen like a couple hours in. I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
far at all. And then I fell asleep at some point when I was watching someone play.
Well, like, it's pretty cool because it's pretty relaxing. And I
Yeah.
know Kojima was talking about how he decided he wanted to make a game that wasn't violent because he was sick of all of the violent games today. And it is, like, obviously there is violence in it. There's enemies and people beat you up and shit. And you can fight back. But, like, the focus of the game is
is
just
to
being a
deliver
courier.
cargo.
Yeah. And it's cool. Like,
Yeah.
because you get invested in... Yeah, it's the Dark Magnus.
Nice.
You get invested in...
Oh, we could use that for Shella.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything that does light damage in this area. But yeah, you get invested in, like, making your guy really good at carrying things.
Yeah.
Just as much as you would, you know, in a game where you're fighting things or whatever. And I think it goes to show that, you know, you don't need to be fighting anything.
Yeah, you don't have to be combat focused in order to have a
to
compelling...
have a good time.
Yeah.
And, like, a compelling puzzle and a compelling story and all that stuff.
For like like interesting play. Like you don't need to be killing someone in order
Yeah,
for
because
something
it's
to
just
be interesting.
it's just about optimizing the numbers and trying to do things more efficiently.
Yeah.
And figuring out strategies. Like in the game, the strategies are about, you know, how can I navigate this terrain with my given resources and yada yada yada. And like how can I help people or have people help me
Yeah.
by building bridges or ladders and that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Like people are dissing it as a walking simulator, and I'm like,
But it does walking really
Yeah.
well. Like it's good as a walking simulator
Yeah.
because it's so it takes itself so seriously.
yeah.
The only thing that I don't like about it is the really obnoxious product placement.
Oh, the freaking
Fuck Monster Energy.
Yeah.
I heard that Monster is like a really shitty company too.
I mean, I don't doubt it. It's
Yeah.
a large company.
Yeah.
What do you
Pretty
expect?
much, yeah. So fucked. Like that's the only thing that like is that Kojima's on his high horse being all like, oh, like I want to change the game industry and make a compelling story, da 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 da. And then I saw an article where he was saying that, like, oh, he noticed that Death Stranding was getting lower review scores in the West, and that's just and he was like, he chalked it up to, well, Americans don't understand like the nuance of story and all that shit. But when you look at the actual numbers, American reviewers gave it higher on average
Huh.
reviews than in other parts of the world. And I think he was taking Metacritic into account, and Metacritic aggregates reviews from all across the world. So it was really just like, okay, Kojima, maybe just have some room for criticism. Like your
Yeah.
game isn't perfect, and I tried to play Metal Gear Solid, and I really didn't like it, especially with all the extremely long cutscenes that I just did not give a shit about. But I find Death Stranding does have a lot of long cutscenes. But I don't know. I think there's no context. Like there's no there's a lot of context that's revealed in the game, but it's not like there's a huge like series that I should have played in order
Right.
to understand.
It's like when you start watching, like, say, Marvel movies, you're like, what the
You're like,
fuck
who is
motivates
this?
these people?
Yeah,
And then you'd have to watch a whole fucking series of
and to
movies
understand,
it.
to understand even why like this show was made and why people care and all this stuff.
And the thing is, I don't care enough
I
right now
don't
to
know.
even
To
invest that time
exactly.
to be invested, right?
Whereas with Death Stranding, it's one complete thing, so you can just be like, well, I know that when I play this from start to finish, I'm gonna understand as much as I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
Like there's no like AU like, you know, manga or some
Yeah,
stuff
exactly.
like that. But yeah, no. So, I think that it's frustrating that Kojima has these like shitty companies and like kind of this like it's still got that kind of masculinity, like kind of toxic masculinity because of its association with like Monster Energy and this kind of stuff, and it holds the game back in some sense. But I don't know. I haven't played that much of it, but I feel like the female characters, like I like Fragile.
Yeah.
A lot.
Fragile's cool.
She's really fucking cool. And I really hope that as I play the game, I will not, you know, she won't be like exploited or used in like scummy ways.
Yeah.
I
have a fear that is what's going to happen given the nature
Quiet,
of these kinds of games.
Yeah, like, you know, Quiet from Metal Gear Solid.
No.
Something. Quiet, I don't know. She's the one who breathes through her skin.
Oh, crap. Yeah, I forgot that was in Metal Gear.
So, like, it's really hard for me to be, like, you know, invested and happy about anything Kojima creates just because I'm like, yeah, but he's that guy.
You're also responsible for this bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I get that people can grow and learn that
For
they
sure.
made shitty things, but
did
it's...
he?
Yeah.
It's still a question. Like, he needs to prove himself, essentially, because he fucked up in the past. And, I mean, the main character of the game is still a dude.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't think that immediately discounts him, but he's, like... I haven't seen anything, like, special about him. He just seems to be essentially an antisocial, pretty privileged person, considering that he, is... I don't think this is a spoiler, but he is, the president's son.
Which I thought was so
Which is
weird.
so wild. The opening of that game is so wild. It's so many things, especially even just, like, the first cutscene. Where you meet Fragile and she's just like, yeah, you've got Dooms and the BTS and
and you're like, what the
and I'm just like,
you're dropping all these acronyms on
and
me.
it's just
what does
too
that
much.
mean?
And then she's like teleporting, and you're just like, wow.
But suddenly there's spikes on her armor, which is
Yeah,
a cool
I don't
detail.
get the spikes, but I love them.
Yeah.
Like, I do think that it's cool that the game kind of takes itself seriously in the sense that it's like, okay, well, if you were really in the game world, people wouldn't start spelling things out for you.
Yeah.
On the other hand, they do spell a lot of things out for you
do.
repeatedly, but at the beginning when it's just like, oh, it's whatever, like, it's, you know, I'm talking about this thing and I'm not going to explain it because that wouldn't make any
sense, like, to be exposition-y in this moment, yeah.
Okay. But it's also just like, I first, like, busted out laughing because I was just like, these people are speaking gibberish.
Yeah.
Like,
and taking it that seriously.
So seriously.
Yeah.
Like, so
and it makes no sense.
No.
None.
It makes absolutely no sense.
Wait, you're talking about the fetus on your chest right now?
Yeah, like, you're finally addressing that? And also just, like, why? And, it's just such a ridiculous situation. It would be one thing if they were talking about, like, government agencies that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
But they're literally just like, this is a fantasy land, but everyone's acting like a gritty adult, like taking everything super seriously, and it's just really funny to see.
Yeah.
It's like if everyone was wearing like clown suits, but like no one addressed it. Oh, do you think that he stores liquor in his mouth and then dips his hand in it and throws it at us to make us fall asleep, or is his saliva just
that
liquor?
Potent?
But it's called ice cold liquor. Or
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's I don't
Mysteries
know.
of Baten Kaitos.
Well, we know they're big fans of sake because of their loincloths.
Yeah.
What, are they just drinking it so much that...
Oh, they get that thing where your liver or whatever, your stomach starts producing alcohol, bacteria, or I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Here you go.
Please stop.
Here you go.
I think I saw a fan
Talking
comic.
so kindly.
I saw a fan comic on like DeviantArt or something when I was very young and still used DeviantArt. And it was just like Shella looking at Callus, like feeding himself honey and being like, "Here you go," just giving him this look like, "What the fuck?"
And he says it so nicely, like
To himself,
"Here you go."
yeah. Especially because it's in such huge contrast with his actual character.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking about politeness the other day, because I work in customer service, and it's just like, I don't know. I was thinking because like in Japanese they have different verb tenses.
For politeness level.
Yeah. And I was like, oh well, in English we don't have anything like that, so it's just kind of weird that, like, it's cool, but like weird that Japanese has that whole other dimension to their language that isn't, doesn't have to be exclusive to the language. It's just that they decided to put the effort in to have this kind of like hierarchical speech. But then I was thinking about like people I've actually served where I work, and I was like,
Time to party.
I think English still has like a lot of it. It's just very implicit and kind of hard to talk. It's hard to describe just because it's so like, it's more like body language and tone of voice.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Japanese has that too, but my point is like there's still that kind of level of depth to it. It's just not that obvious. Because there's some people that I'm serving and I just kind of subconsciously I'm like, oh, this person's really polite. And sometimes I'm like, okay, this person's being too polite. Like, like go away. But it's just kind of like interesting that like people can say essentially the same words, or like mostly the same words, like words that are all synonymous. But the way that it comes off really changes because of their tone of voice or like body language or
you can say yes or no and mean the same thing. Like you
Like
can
what?
respond to something and say yes or no, and you're both being affirmative. Like, I'm trying to think of a situation. Yeah, anyways, like, your tone of voice can mean a lot it can imply a lot, even if you're using the same words.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Anyway, basically,
Enough about language!
Enough about language. I think that's gonna be it for this episode.
Yeah.
Because we managed to...
we did rescue those kids. I don't actually
we rescued
remember
those
you
kids,
doing that.
but why don't we just
talk
to the guy.
The father, yeah.
hopefully
Yeah, we're
not
about
get
to
into
sign
a
off,
battle.
but maybe we should
Go away.
tie that. Oh, come on.
Okay. Yeah, we'll sign off as soon as we talk to the... Okay, I have a lot of wiggle room here. I didn't realize that I had. Okay, go.
It's not very obvious.
It isn't, because some parts of the cloud is dark and it looks like you can't walk on it, but then you can, and some parts is vice versa, and it's just a big... That's what you get for using pre-rendered backgrounds, but also they're beautiful.
Aw, you didn't touch it.
Yeah, I was far from that guy, but okay.
Come on!
Whatever.
4, 5.
Just die. Fuck the numbers, just die. Oops, that was a mistake.
We've had a long recording session.
Yes.
Game that mercy.
Not that we don't enjoy it, it's just...
Yeah. We
some
have
things
lives.
could be going a little smooth. Oh my god. Some things could be going a little smoother than they have been.
Yeah.
Especially with that, the sound balancing. This is a cool special bit. It just like casts them into hell.
Yeah.
They disappear just completely. Their soul comes out of the ground. It's pretty cool. But I
Also
think-
pretty fucking.
yeah, there aren't like a lot of specials that like physically move the enemy.
Yeah. I think
I know-
there's,
there's
one
one
that you
keep-
swallow.
Oh yeah, there's one you swallow. There's one you spin the enemy around.
Oh yeah!
It's pretty cool.
I think that's Gibaris actually.
Yeah.
You whack them so hard
So
that
they go
start
spin,
spinning.
yeah, in like 360 degrees, or like more than that, maybe 720 or the numbers that are bigger than the number 720 that I don't want to think about right now because I just want this enemy to die.
5, 5, 4, 4.
No.
Oh shit.
It was just check testing.
Nighty night.
I like
Start-
how facetious he is, and I like that snowflake.
The start of a bedtime story. 1-1.
Yeah,
The
actually.
yell shows up. I don't know if we've explained this, but you can only use yells after you've used their element in the turn before.
And I think they can only be used in order of their rank.
Yeah,
So
rank 2 you can.
rank 1 you can only use in second in a combo because
Yeah.
you have to use an item first
Uh-huh.
to be able to use it. So rank 2 you can only use third, 3
Yeah.
you can only use fourth, and
And so
etc. And you can also create with SP combos. You can
New
create
yells.
the higher level yells by using an item that is like a specific items for each element. And for each rank too, even, so there are a lot of them. So
Okay.
that's like, I think there's like 4 per element, 4 per rank, and there are like 4 or 5 or maybe 6 ranks, so that's like 24. I don't know, that's a lot. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's the case.
I thought they just aged and became stronger.
They age and become weaker. The defense versions of them, which I forget what they're called,
Oh.
do that, I think.
Okay, never mind then.
But it is frustrating that they age and become weaker just because
You spend.
you spend so much time making them, but whatever.
That's the case for a lot of SP combos.
Which
You're
is why
like,
we're not
what's
going
the
to be
point
doing
of
them."
you?"
Or like not doing them unless we find that it'll actually really help.
And now we've done a whole branch.
Right, so now that we've finished that branch, now we're gonna end it off.
Yeah,
So, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in episode 15?
15, yeah. Or 14.
One of
15.
them. The next one.
Yeah. Next time. There you go.
Bye.
Bye.